Hello guys, how are you guys doing today? I am back here with another video of interest videos. Now, today's just gonna be pretty good today. Alright, so for today's video, we're gonna talk about the Rolex watch versus an Apple Watch. And I'm telling you guys, I literally looked up the price on Amazon of a Rolex watch. $69,000 for a Rolex watch. For just a Rolex watch. Are you freaking kidding me? I thought they were only like $1,000 or something like that, 800 and some dollars. I was totally wrong. Those watches are very expensive, especially the new ones. $69,000. Like, I'm not about to buy no $69 watch. But before we get into this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video and turn on notifications so you never miss new videos that I post. Alright, so we're going to see which one's better. Now, first of all, let's talk about technology on each watches. There's really not much technology on the Rolex watch. Only thing is looking at the time, and that's it. But I feel like I'm going to go and get the point to the Apple Watch right now because actually I'm going to do a little board thing. And what I'm going to do is whichever watch gets the most points, that's just how it is. Actually, no, it's not doing like that. But anyways, we're going to talk about which watch is better for you and which one that's going to be better in your everyday life. Now, let's talk about technology first. Now, of course, the Apple Watch has better technology. It can do so much more things than the Rolex watch. And if it was me, what do I prefer? I would prefer the Apple Watch because of a lot of reasons. I will explain that later in this video. But technology is better in the Apple Watch as well. You have so many things, like you can connect it to your phone. Whenever you get a phone call, all you have to do, instead of trying to dig in your pocket, get your phone. You can actually see who's actually calling you. If you don't want to answer that phone, you can go in and click the line button and end the call. Or if you want to answer the phone, you can answer the phone right there. You can actually talk to somebody with your Apple Watch. You don't actually have to pull out your phone. You can do it with your Apple Watch. You can't do that on the Rolex watch. Second thing, let's talk about the time. Now, what's better? Now, the time, every watch has a time, like has a clock. But the Apple Watch and the Rolex watch are completely different in time. On Rolex watch has this clock, you know, it has a clock in the inside, tells you the time. On the Apple Watch, you can choose any different type of clocks do you want. Like, let me show you a different types of clocks you can have. Now, you can have all different types of clocks if you want to, like on your home screen, or anything like that. You can do that. Now, I know those aren't the only clocks. You can like choose, if you're a person that has an Apple Watch watching this video, you understand that you can choose different types of clocks. It's like 30, 40 different clocks you can choose from. It's like a lot of them. With Rolex watch, you can't change nothing. It's just how it is, how it is. That's why another thing I like about the thing on the Apple Watch better, that you can have different types of clock. You can have your wall. You can even have your, like, just on your phone. You can even have your own wallpaper with the clock, just like on your phone. You can't do that on the Rolex watch. You can't do that on the Rolex watch. That's another thing that I like better with a Apple Watch. Now, another thing, let's talk about the styling. Now, most people say the Rolex watch does look better than the Apple Watch. Some people say Apple Watch is better than the Rolex watch. It was me, where my money be coming from, I'm going with the Apple Watch. That's just my personal. I don't see anything really special about a Rolex watch. Now, another thing, let's talk about the styling. Now, the styling of the Rolex watch is pretty nice. I like how it has the little circle around the clock. It has like these diamond things. Now, let me show you guys a little picture of one. Because you can get the Rolex watch in different colors as well. Now, you can, I think, you can get the Rolex watch and different types of clocks, but they're not like the Apple Watch. You can get different types of clocks on a Rolex watch, but you can't change them on just one Rolex watch. If you buy that one Rolex watch, it's gonna have that clock. If you want a different clock, you have to buy a whole nother Rolex watch to get another clock. That's different. Like, you see, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, you see that it has this clock right here. Like, let's say if I buy this watch, but I want to change the clock, I can't change that clock. If I want a different clock, I have to buy a whole nother Rolex watch like this that has a whole different type of clock. That's what I'm talking about. You have to buy. It's not as easy. Like on the Apple Watch, you can change it just by one Apple Watch. You can use these different types of clocks, which I really like better. Now, let's talk about pricing. Okay, obviously we know that the Apple Watch is cheaper. If it was my money, I'm pretty sure most people would want the Apple Watch because it's cheaper. $69,000 for a watch. I can literally go and buy a fully loaded Mercedes cheaper than that. $70,000. Some Mercedes fully loaded, depending on which Mercedes you get. Some Mercedes is a little bit more than that, but if you get, I can go probably get the brand new Mercedes 2019 cheaper than that. So which one you would prefer, a Mercedes fully loaded or a Rolex watch? I want a Mercedes. But anyways, enough of Mercedes. But anyways, pricing is a lot more cheaper on the Apple Watch, and I feel like the Apple Watch is a lot more worth it than the Rolex watch. That's just my personal preferences. So yes. Now let's talk about the bands. Now, what you can't do and what you can't do on the Rolex watch, you can't change the bands on it. I know it has this one specific band. If you want a different band, you have to buy a whole nother Rolex watch to get the band. With an Apple Watch, you can actually change the bands instead of having to buy another Apple Watch. You can actually change the bands. See, look, see how they have these nice and cool bands on them? You can't change it on the Rolex watch. You can't do that on the Rolex watch, which is very disappointing. I'm not sure why you can't. It's just... Now let's talk about breakable things. Now, which watch breaks easier? Well, I'm not sure about that question, but I never saw a crack. I actually never seen somebody with a Rolex watch, but I've seen some people on YouTube with some, but not like in person. But let me tell you, I don't know which one could be more breakable. I guess the Rolex watch may be a lot better because I believe the Apple Watch can break a lot easier. Because why I think that's because Apple usually like these cases for the Apple Watch. I seen some on YouTube of a cracked Apple Watch. So I guess Apple Watches could break easy. But the better thing about Apple Watch, you guys should buy a case with the Apple Watch. You can't do that on the Rolex watch. I'm not sure if you can or not. I don't think you can. So you will have that protection. That's what's better. You can't buy a case on Rolex watch. You just keep it like that. So if you drop it and it breaks, shame on you. But with Apple Watches, you can actually get some really, really protective Apple Watch cases. And they'll protect around your phone and stuff like that. Really, 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 really good and stuff like that. And you guys know I'm a fan of Apple. I love Apple products. I love their iPads, their iPhones, their Apple Watches, Apple computers, all that stuff. I am a fan of Apple. I love Apple makes awesome products. It's same thing about Samsung. Samsung makes awesome products. And I will be doing a video about Samsung watch versus the Rolex watch as well. Because I'm a fan of Samsung and Apple. The other brands of phones and technology, I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of Samsung and Apple. I love Samsung and I love Apple. Only two brands I love. And yeah, you know what? It's time me having to just do another video about it, let's go and do the Samsung versus Rolex watch right now. So I don't have to do two separate videos. I would, but let's just do like this. Let's stop talking about Apple Watches. Let's talk about the Samsung watch. Now, Samsung watch, I believe, has a bigger screen than the Apple Watch. I'm not sure. I think it does. It looks like it does. Samsung watch. Now, let's look at some Samsung watches. Now, let's figure out which watch would you prefer from Samsung or Apple. I mean, Samsung or Rolex watch. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Samsung got some awesome watches. Now, Samsung watches and Apple Watch have a lot in common. But we're going to talk about which one do you prefer now. I'm pretty sure I've seen some of my cousins, they have these Samsung watches. Some of my cousins, they have these Apple Watches. But in the real world, I see more people have Apple Watches than anything. I feel like Apple Watch is the best seller out of all the watches. But let's talk about Rolex watch versus Samsung watch. Now let's talk about differences. Let's talk about the technology. Again, let me show you guys the Samsung watch. I can't really show you in whole because I just found this little picture. That's the little Samsung watch, little something you can have. Okay, let me see if I can get you guys a better picture of it. Samsung Galaxy watch. Actually, let's do this one. Now, the technology is a little bit better, and the Samsung watch, pretty good. And the good thing about, hold on, let's go back. And one thing I don't like about Rolex is if the only thing that I can see on the Rolex watch that is nice is like the band around it. It's not really, I don't understand why people, I don't see what's so special about a Rolex watch. Why is it so expensive? I guess because it has a real gold on. I mean, it seems like a regular watch to me. That's just my personal. Y'all may have different opinions. It doesn't seem that really special to me. All I see is a regular clock, just like any other watch. Hey, I can go to City Trims, get a watch, $16 watch, cheaper than that. Get a watch just as good as a Rolex watch, $16. I know you guys probably about to go crazy right now, but yeah, most of y'all probably laughing right now, but if you're not, then whatever. Now, this is another different type of Samsung watch right here. And what's really crazy about it, Samsung offers like two different types of watches. And Apple has different types of watches too. They have Apple Watch Series 1, Apple Watch Series 2, Apple Watch Series 3, Apple Watch Series 4, and the upcoming Apple Watch Series 5, which I'm really excited about. I've been looking at videos on YouTube about how they're about to introduce the Apple Watch Series 5. I'm so excited what Apple is about to do. I'm so excited what Samsung's about to do, especially for the new Samsung Galaxy Note 10 as well. But if it was me, which one would I prefer in all? The Rolex watch, the Samsung watch, or the Apple Watch? Which one would I prefer? I'm going to tell you guys, just like right now. Which one would I prefer? I would prefer the Apple Watch. My second choice would be the Samsung watch. My third choice probably wouldn't even be no third choice. Probably maybe the Rolex watch. Because most people the only people that's going to get a Rolex watch is rich people. Pretty much it. Because no one's going to spend $69,000 on a watch. I can buy, let me see. You know, Toyotas like cheaper cars. Some Toyotas are pretty expensive. But most, like, let's say a Toyota Corolla. I could buy probably 4 or 5 Toyota Corollas cheaper than $70,000. Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. If I get the Toyota Corolla, that's about $20,000. The basic model, about $20,000. Let's see, $20,000 and another $20,000. I can get about 3 Toyota Corollas cheaper than $70,000. I can get about 3 of them. I can get about 3 of them. That's crazy. But anyways, guys, even some of those watches were like $20,000, which is still too much. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. And yep, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave all your comments down below. I'm also gonna like this video, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, you're supposed to do turn notifications on so you never miss my new video. And I will see you guys in the next video that I post.